happened to men going up to women? Whatever happened to it? We want that. Bring that back. Can we bring that back? Can we start a movement to just like approach the person that you think is cute? Because that's what's lacking nowadays. Okay, people are missing opportunities from left to right. You could have met your soulmate. Okay, that could have been your soulmate right there. But instead you're like, yeah, I'm good.
Anger I get from making eye contact with a man is like so ridiculous sometimes. Look at the hives I just got literally just from making eye contact with a man. I literally feel so disgusted. I feel like don't look at me!
Let me tell you why men don't come up to women anymore. These videos are the prime example of why women have spent the last 50 years, and we have 2 generations of men now that have been raised and been told that that's disgusting behavior. Women don't want that. Me Too movement happened. Men got canceled a lot of times for things that really weren't anything, but they got canceled anyway. And so after all that time, after being canceled, men have learned it's not worth pursuing, it's not worth chasing, it's not worth approaching a woman. And it doesn't matter how many videos you post about wanting this, it's not going to happen. And the reason it's not going to happen is because men don't know which side of the equation they're going to get. Are they going to get the woman that reciprocates and appreciates a man being forward and coming up to him? Or are they going to get the woman that even eye contact grosses her out and makes her rage? We don't know. And so because we don't know, because there's too much at risk, because social media exists and women readily post and blast men on social media, men simply aren't going to do it. So women, I say this a lot. If you see a man that you like, you're going to have to approach him and make it known that you are approachable, that you want that, and then let him make the move. But you're going to have to make the first move. And I know that sucks, but that's just the society that we're in. Whether you like it or not, you created it, women. Men didn't create this.
Struck up a conversation with this girl that was like from Europe, and she was visiting Toronto, and she just was like, by the way, like the men here, they just don't like, they don't approach you, or like they'll find you attractive and just kind of like do nothing. And I was like, yeah, welcome to Toronto, sis.
Do y'all think that's a product of just society as a whole? Because American women have that same sentiment over the last 5-10 years, been vocal about men not approaching them. So now men are like, all right, well, y'all have been the loudest talking about y'all don't want men to approach us. Don't approach me. Don't talk to me if you see me in public. So now we're following suit, and now it's like, well, y'all not trying to approach. I'm like, which one is it? Like,
I think it's how you approach, though. It's not always just about the. I think it's how you approach. Sometimes it comes off a little.
I think it's how attracted you are to the person when they approach you.
I notice women do that too. Like if a man's not attracted and they approach them and they're not interested, they're like, oh, this guy's a creep. But if he's fine now and he comes and it's like, oh, okay, yeah. Like it's a little different. Yeah.
Why don't men check out women at the gym anymore? A lot of men are keeping their heads down and they're trying to pretend that women don't exist at the gym. Social media has absolutely destroyed natural interactions at the gym, and it's unfortunate. Guys who happen to glance over for half a second or accidentally making eye contact, he's labeled as a creep. A lot of men have gotten the overall message to not engage, to not take the risk. The second a guy even glances over in the general direction of a woman, she's got her phone out recording him for social media, completely blowing it out of proportion. Men know that a single false allegation could totally ruin their lives. And at the gym, it's one of the worst places for that risk to actually happen. Even if he offers to help her, he could be considered mansplaining fitness to her, or his very existence makes these women feel uncomfortable. When the reality is most men just go to the gym to get a good workout in. He's there to improve himself. And no man wants to be that creepy guy staring at you mid-squat. The audacity, there's actually some women who get upset that men aren't looking. They spent 30 minutes picking out the perfect gym outfit for them. And then when the men don't look, they're asking, where are all the good men? Why aren't men interested anymore? It's unfortunate it's gotten to the point where men don't even feel comfortable going to the gym anymore because of this. They have to act so unnatural.
Hey, help me settle a debate that I had with a friend. My theory was that men do not chase women like how they used to anymore is because a lot of women are open to commitment, open to relationships, they're healing, they're doing the work, and therefore good women are more common than rare. So I feel as though men have more options, where I don't believe, unfortunately, a lot of men are doing the kind of work that's required to be in a committed relationship in this generation. And they were saying, my friend was saying, good women are still rare to find. However, access has become more prevalent through social media, dating apps, low effort intimacy. Therefore, men who are not doing the work or prefer not to do too much emotional work that are preferring low effort intimacy. What do you think?
All right, ladies, let's talk about why men do not court anymore. Let's go. The reality is that modern feminism in a lot of ways had us as women take a gamble, and we lost. We took the bait that being sexually promiscuous and having no standards and no self-respect was cool and in. We decided that we would give men access to our bodies and our time and our energy without them having to put in any effort. We have allowed men to do the bare minimum for so long, and we still give them benefits that they don't deserve. And so now men are following suit, and we are confused as to why this is happening. It's okay to want a man to lead and to court you, but you have to understand that we collectively as women set the tone. So if the tone of the dating market is that all women are easy now and that men can pretty much get whatever they want and do whatever they want and still get access to us, then that's what the majority of men are going to do. There are plenty of men who are good men who love women and respect women and honor women. But even those men, if they are single and there are women out there that are throwing it at them, they're going to catch it. So just ask yourself, what kind of woman are you? And are you contributing to the problem? Are you the kind of woman who is allowing men to be low vibrational and contributing to this idea that all women have low standards and that men can do the bare minimum and get away with it? Or are you a woman who's leading by example and challenging other women around you to do the same by operating from a place of self-dignity, self-respect, values, standards, strong boundaries, a woman who knows her worth? Before we start whining and complaining about what they aren't doing, let's take a look at what it is that we are doing.
If I get a strike, you get the hit. You get the hit. Are you ready?
I don't want to hit. I don't want to. Gutter, please gutter. Please gutter.
So there was a post online. It was asking why black men don't court black women anymore. Like, men need to start courting women. And then there's the answer is just simple. Because they don't have to. Now, I'm not comparing women to objects or anything, but it is just a comparison, just so you can have a point of view of why they don't anymore. So imagine you're going to the grocery store. You need to buy, I don't know, some milk, right? Some organic milk, some nice organic milk, okay? So that's usually like $6 a gallon. So you go in the milk aisle, see the milk that you want to get, $6 a gallon. But then you see that same milk, right? See the same milk that's next to it. It's offered for $2 a gallon. So you got 1 gallon of milk. That milk is not generic or anything. It's the same milk, that same organic milk, worth $6, right? The price tag says $6. And then you go on the other side and it says this milk is worth $2. So what milk are you going to grab? It's the same milk, but different prices. So you're going to grab the cheapest one. You're going to grab the same milk for the cheapest one, right? Same with women. Yeah, there's some women that requires to be courted, but it's a woman of equal, sometimes greater value that doesn't require to be courted. So a man feel like he don't have to court because he's still getting pussy anyways, because he could just fucking get a blunt, chill with a woman, and she's still giving it up. Versus a woman, oh, you gotta take her out, take her on a date. Like, why the fuck would I take you out on a date when I can just get with this woman over here who is just as valuable as you and just fucking take her to the store and give her back a Flaming House or some shit. Fucking 30-year-old woman still fucking want a Flaming House. But y'all got the same degree. Got the same shit going on. So that's why, like, we have to set that standard. Men are not going to fucking just wake up and just, hey, I'm just going to start courting women. Even though I'm still getting pussy from them, I'm just going to start treating them better. Like, no, you got to hold that standard. Shit, I'm not fucking with you. We got to do it collectively. Shit, I'm not fucking with you unless you take me on a date. I'm not fucking with you unless you do X, Y, and Z. And majority of women have to hold that standard. And the only women that don't hold that standard is fucking low-value women. A low-value woman, but high-value women don't require to be courted. You get a high-value woman who don't require to be courted and a high-value woman that do require to be courted. He's going to choose the high-value woman that doesn't require to be courted. So we got all these fucking women around who don't give a fuck about being courted. They just want to chill, coffee dates. So then they don't feel the need to court anymore because they still getting access to women. Like, you can't hold a man accountable and still reward him at the same time. That just doesn't work like that.
The art of chasing does not exist anymore. The art of proper courting a woman does not exist anymore.
I agree. Yeah.
And I just want to feel
like
desired.
A girl, feminine. I want to feel like the feminine energy, not the masculine energy.
And I'll tell you this. I want to feel like if he has me, his eyes aren't wandering, if there's something better. I want him to be like, whoa, you are it. That's fucking amazing. And that's it. I just want to, you know what I want? My type of guy, call me back. That's all I want.
No, they call you back.
Okay, so here's, I'm actually writing a book about a lot of the things that you just said. And the energy, I think, to give off, to get that, because it is rare, but it's out there, is you are lucky to be in my presence. I still, we've known each other since we were 12, give off that energy. Like, if you go away from me, like, you don't get access to this.
Yes.
You don't get access to this personality. You don't get access to these boobs. You don't get access to this witty, funny, charming personality. They should be so lucky.
Men are born hunter-gatherers. They are literally the lion looking for prey. And if you're just the gazelle that walks into his mouth, he's not going to want it because he didn't have to work for it. He didn't have to try for it. There's no effort that he had to put in. And I want to be a sprinting gazelle. I don't want to walk right in there.
And this is the thing. I have to say that Sistine and I were very masculine in our career. So we're very much someone that loves to be go-getters. We love to plan things. We are the loudest usually in the room with our friends. We have the most jokes. We like to just hold an audience. But when it comes to a relationship, we want that to be taken away from us and have a guy be in control. And so I think that's been the hardest part is a lot of these guys that we go on dates with, they forget the balance and the dynamic and they kind of give it to us. And unfortunately, it's easy for us to take it.
What happened to yearning? What happened to men that pursue? What happened to men being confident enough to make the first move? I feel like our generation is just so whacked out. Like, we're just all messed up. And I think with the phones, we're just so antisocial and just everything is just out of sorts and it's not how it used to be. And I think it's a real shame that, like, the art of dating and, like, yearning and pursuing is just dead. Like, I watch shows like Bridgerton, I'm like, oh my God, we will never have that again. It's just gonna get worse. And it's actually so sad. Especially dating apps have just ruined it all.